Okay. Hello, everyone. It's time for our From the Geek segment anime block, and let's just go right into it with um, who is it? To Your Eternity. So, To Your Eternity, this episode, Bond is not dead. They had me fooled. They had me fooled thinking he was dead. I'm like, oh, they're going here? But this is becoming like a Dragon Ball Z to me, where, we can't take death seriously because we already know that Fushi has the power to essentially bring people back to life. And it was clever how they, kind of like just body doubled every body doubled and got Bond out of there, and he wakes up thinking that he's dead and he's not. That was a nice episode. That was nice. And then we finally get the confession of feelings from Tora, the blonde haired girl who was pretending to be a guy, and Bond, their confession and all of that going on. And him coming to terms with things. I think it kind of went full circle. So he joins Fushi and the group to continue in their quest with the Knockers. But we got some very interesting developments with the Knockers, because the Knockers are they're not just killing people for the sake of it. They're killing because these beings are lonely in a sense, and want everyone to be in the state in which they are, which is still weird and nonsensical. But that's essentially what we got from that, because the Knocker starts speaking from I keep calling him Kohaku, whatever. Um, uh, it essentially took control of his arm and decided to, express what it's wanting and what it really wants. What these Knockers that are just killing people want. So we had that interesting development, and that was pretty much the gist of the episode. Um, and also to note, Bond asked Fushi if his friends could be with him forever, would he want that? And Fushi says yes. And honestly, I kind of, because I'm not a manga reader, so I don't know per se like what this is going to turn into down the road. Will these people come back to life and form their own secret society like we already have with these guardians that are essentially pillars of society or something like that. That's where my mind is going if it comes down to this immortality and life being somewhat of life and death not being a real stake in this series, in this world, at least for Fushi and his group. um I think that would be interesting. But yeah, but I really don't know how to feel about that, because in a sense you do want people to move on, but I do understand Fushi's sentiments, because he's the only one like him, and the black hood guy put in his 2 cents. But it was all right. It was all right. It was a very there was some meat to the episode, so we got some more development on this world building and what the Knockers are really after and whatnot. But moving on from that, Idolish. Idolish 7, and the latest episode, we have it's called Counterattack, but the name of the episode. But in this episode, we see Rivale and Momo. Momo's in this episode, one of my favorite characters. They devise, a counterattack to go up against the essential slander of Trigger. And Trigger puts on their concert that was set up by Sogo in the last episode, and they do really well. But nobody's giving them any airtime. Nobody's giving them any play. It's all kind of like taboo to talk about them. But Rivale has the plan to devise this. So while Idolish is on TV, being a part of a show, some type of TV show or hosting show. You see a lot of those in Korea, I believe. Um, they broadcast Rivale's concert, and guess who's in Rivale's concert? Trigger as backup dancers, and I thought that was that, like, they slick with that. That was good, and that, what a clever way to, get people talking about Trigger again, um, in a way that's not overly, that's not too much, that's not just in your face, but I thought that was good. That was nice. So we have that going on. And I'm trying to think. That's really what the episode was about. Getting Trigger back into the limelight, and Momo helping them, or I guess you could say both of them. Rivale um, bringing them back into the mainstream with their concert. So that was nice, and like, it's good to have friends in high places. And there was a lot more music. I don't know how many more episodes we have left, but there was a lot more music in this last couple of episodes. New music at that, and I really do appreciate that. I like this music. I like the the Hispanic or Spanish flair they had to this to the music that the Rivali was playing. But yeah, it was a good episode. Nothing bad to say about it. And moving on to Mob Psycho 100. So Mob Psycho 100, um, the past two episodes, 'cause I don't think I did one for last week. Well, in the past two episodes, um, we saw, had Mob had gotten hit by the car, and apparently he got hurt and injured to the point to where he's kind of unconscious, but the other part of him, the part that is, of his psychosis, I don't know, because I think I'm using that word wrong, but another part of his psyche awakens, and it's the part that just wants to fulfill, Mob's desires, in a kind of a carnal way, in an irrational way, because he's still, while Mob is, locked inside of his own mind, trying to deal with himself to a certain degree with no control. His other self, the psychic, just pure psychic raw energy self, is still heading towards, I guess, the girl, I forget, Shinobu, something, whatever, with these flowers. But his friends come to, try and stop him, because he's just literally flattening the town as he continues to go towards his goal, his desire. And they're trying to stop him, and can't. And the red hair boy's daddy come, the blonde hair boy come, even his brother in this latest episode comes, and has his own awakening of 100% psychic control or psychic power, and trying to help his brother, because he feels as though his brother was always keeping things from him and never divulged anything, which is why he wanted so much to have these powers and to be like his brother, to have some type of connection with him that he could better understand. So I thought that was cute, but so far, it's not looking good. It's like so far it's not looking good for Mob, and people are getting just bodied left and right in this. But hopefully Reagan, my favorite character, can put some sense into Mob and encouraging him to overcome this. I hope that's the case. But yeah, that's it for Anime Day. A couple of there's another video out of a Asian drama which I finished watching, that I liked and I read. But other than that, I will see you in the next one. Be safe, be kind, be wise. Bye bye.